Right, chef, so today I'm going to do some chicken and king prawn kebabs with some sourdough flatbreads and slaw. So, let's start off with this chicken. Obviously, we're going to prep this down. You want to try and get into nice even pieces. So, when I say even pieces, what I mean is obviously you got a nice big chunk there. Obviously, when that's folded and from the tail bit, about the same thickness when we're going to skewer them later. So I don't like to cut them too small. Obviously you want to retain the moisture in the chicken. You cut it too small and sometimes it just seems to go too dry. So start off by trimming them. I already did that one, so yeah. So any excess little bits of fat, just take them off. Like so. Again, I'm going for healthy stuff today. I did use a bit of butter yesterday, but a little bit's not bad. So, again, trim that fat off. If you've got any connective tissues or anything, just take them off. Like so. You can always save that trim and put it in the stock or anything like that. Like so, again, tail bit off, in half. Like so. So here I've got some king prawns out of the freezer. You need to do is just check that they've been deveined at the back. These look like they've been done. Basically it's removing the intestinal tract. If you do get any, it's got a black line there. The best thing to do is just make a little nick like that and then you stick your knife in and it'll pull out. Yeah, so a little nick, knife in and it pulls out. But I've checked these, they all seem to be quite clean. Right, so I'm going to add a few spices to this, just a little bit of marinade. So in here I've got a little bit of smoked paprika. So you want about a teaspoon of that. Got some cumin. Good teaspoon of cumin. Some crushed chilies. As hot as you like it. And a tiny little bit of ginger. Can be quite strong ginger, so I don't want to add too much to it. Before the marinade, I'm also going to chuck a couple of cloves of garlic in. So I'm just going to crush them and chuck them in. Like so. And then a nice grind of black pepper. And a glug of oil. I'm not going to season it at this point with any salt, because obviously salt extracts moisture and it's going to firm it up. We don't really want to be doing that at this stage. So all I'm going to do is mix this up. Ooh, do you know what might be nice in here? Let me see if I've got any. Nice little bit of turmeric, just add some of that nice golden colour to it. So a teaspoon of that. Make sure that you properly mix it all in so it's all coated. And then I'm going to let that marinade 2-3 hours in the oven. In the oven. In the fridge. You're not going to marinate it in the oven. In the fridge. So cover that with cling film in the fridge. Right, so I'm going to go on to my coleslaw now. Now, this is a white cabbage. I've just got half of it. And a lot of people get coleslaw and they'll start chopping it like this. I find that you don't get it very fine. Maybe that's just me as a chef, my little perfectionist things I do. But I like to just get my leaves, take a few off, and then run down as fine as I can, all the way down, so that you really do thinly slice this. With Savoy cabbage, this will work great because you can roll up the leaves and chiffonade out it, but you can't really roll this up without it breaking. So it's all on how you like the texture of your cabbage in a coleslaw. Done quite, yeah, nice thin slices. Right, it's 4 onions. I've got a mix of red and white. Just adds a nice little bit of colour to it, really. Just cut in half. I'll take that root off. You can cut the other way if you prefer. And again, nice thin strips of onion. Right, so that's onion. Right, so carrots. Okay, hang on. This little fiend's popped up. No carrot, mate. Go on then. Wash my hands. That's my carrot done. That goes in. Right, so from this I'm going to show you 2 different types of slaw. I'm going to show you a classic way. I'm also going to show you a way that I like without mayonnaise in. So, if you want a squirt of mayonnaise, not too much. Everyone makes this mistake where they're making coleslaw and they make it way too greasy and thick. And then, and this is my wife's tip, a little bit of honey, just a teaspoon. And I will have to give it to her. Don't tell her. But it is pretty awesome. And black pepper. So just a little bit of mayonnaise, a teaspoon of honey, black pepper. You just give that a stir up. The mayonnaise almost wants to just lightly coat your coleslaw. Like so. Have a taste. A tiny bit more mayo. You can always add more, can't take it out. Just a classic mayo. Now, this is one that I really like. So, my other half of my mix. And then what I do is I take a little bit of pickle. I love gherkins. So, I'm going to run some gherkins through this. And I'll put a little bit of the vinegar in. So, with my gherkins, just going to thinly chop them. And that's going to have some nice acidity when that's mixed with our kebabs So gherkins in. Like I said, I've not put too many in. If people want more, they can add more. A teaspoon of mustard. And a drizzle of olive oil. Pinch of salt. I'm just going to give this a stir. So it's nicely coated in all that goodies. Now what? Check your flavour. Over. Right, chef, so for my flatbreads, what I've got in here is 200 grams of plain flour. I've used 00 flour, which is a finer, strong flour that I normally use for pasta because I've got no plain. It will work with bread flour or anything like that. It's just a little bit more, not as tough when you use plain flour. I've got 100 mils of water, 15 mils of olive oil, and then I've just put a tablespoon of sourdough into it, just to obviously put that sourdough flavour in from Betsy. Right, so I'm just starting this on a low speed just so it starts to come together. Obviously as it starts to form a dough, I'll come back to it. As I said, you're going to get that more like pizza sort of base. I'm just making sure it's not too dry. That's fine. I'm just going to leave that 10-15 minutes to move. Right, so I'm going to make up my kebabs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the chicken onto one set of skewers, and then I'll put the prawns on another one. The reason why is obviously they've got different cooking times. So my chicken, and I'll start off by grilling these, and then to get that nice like blistery, scorchy kind of barbecue flavour. I would have put them on barbecue, but I've got no gas for my barbecue, I've ran out. So yeah, I'm going to start off by grilling them, and then I'm going to finish them off in the oven, just to make sure that the chicken's cooked through properly. With these wooden skewers, what I've done is I've soaked them first in some cold water, or hot water, it doesn't really matter, just to stop them burning. So is that all? That's all my chicken. So I'm just going to go on the grill, get a bit. And that's my prawns, I've just skewered those up. They will literally cook about a minute each side under the grill, but I'll do them later. Right, so I've got my flatbread dough here. What I'm going to do is I've just divided it into 6 balls, and I'm just going to roll these out nice and thin. And get these as thin as I can before they go into my pan. Flour your rolling pin, chefs. It's always a good idea. Plenty of flour so it doesn't stick. I'm gonna swap vessels. That's better. Right. So with flatbreads, what we're going to do is get a pan nice and hot. So just turn this, a little bit of colour. And the chicken's nice and cooked. I'm not prawns to them, and they can go back in. Right, chef, so to plate this, what I'm going to do, I've got a little bit of Greek yogurt. You don't have to put this on, it's up to you. Put what you like on. Just don't put ketchup on it. So a little bit of yogurt. And I'll just pick some mint tops from out my garden. Again, I grow it, don't be going out and buying mint. It's not a necessity. And then I'm going to get some of my slaws. So I'm going to do a little mix of both. Like so. And take some bits of chicken. And some prawns. Fold it up. Posh sandwich. I like that.